kids don't want to go into the library to do any reference as long as they have their laptops and they can go on to Google and get material for whatever it is they're looking for. And CATSI, the community surveys that we do. Every Saturday we have children going to Kenyatta National Hospital, and we organize fundraisers for the children, especially the pediatric oncology ward. And basically, we do a lot in the way of promoting awareness of cancer. The ambassadors do go around talking to people and how to prevent, getting this disease if they can help it with their food habits and stuff. Goin Green initiative that is huge. We started this journey 2.5 years ago, actually 6 months into the establishment of the school. Even before that, I knew we wanted to go that way. So 2.5 years ago, we started the program, and we adopted 7 steps. First was the formation of a green society. And then we did an environmental review and audit, and it was quantified in the following: litter and waste management, school ground biodiversity, energy and water, transport, health and well-being, and sustaining our world. Then we moved on to an action plan. And later came the monitoring and the evaluation and curriculum work. Everything that we do, all the different subjects that we offer, every term they have to have a project that is environmentally, friendly, or we need to have every subject, even math, they needed to incorporate environmental elements into the teaching of maths. And it's fun for the children and the teachers as well, as they become more and more aware of issues pertaining environment. But we did it, and it's working very well. Informing and involving. We've had a couple of seminars for teachers as well as for our parents. And parents are quite happy to be of assistance wherever they can, whether it is in the recycling, whether it's with transport, for carpooling, so that they don't all come to school using different cars. We have children who are carpools so that it's less emissions. Little things, but they matter in the end. And then eventually we have the NIS Eco Code. So it's worked wonderfully for the school, I would say. And we have the job placement program that saw our environmental management students work closely with the NEMA authority, and the booklet that you launched today, I would say our kids did have some sort of, they did give their 2 cents worth. Mr. Garrett? Yes or no? Yes, they did help, and it's actually creating environment. So basically what we're trying to say is we've done all the different things that are asked of us, when it comes to transformative education, and taken the education outside the classroom. I do have quite a lot to say, but then I don't want to, and I can see people fall asleep after lunch normally, especially if the lunch, like in school, when we have chicken and chips, they have a tendency to fall asleep. So please, I just want you to concentrate on just 10 minutes more on what I'm trying to share with you so that we can finish this off quickly. So definitely there are points that I want you to, how can we achieve the transformation? Highlight the needs of planning of the curriculum to be strongly informed by knowledge of the students and by linking them to their needs both now and in the future. Understanding how they learn, who they are and what their aspirations are. A shift is needed in our awareness of students as people and advocates of individualism from birth. A paradigm change is ultimately beneficial for the students and teachers and the society at large. reposition ourselves in education so that the relationships between teachers, administrators, and students are altered, and stop regarding the technological innovations as panacea. And as with the e-learning at outset was truly a case in point. Many parents have questioned, are you sure you want to do this? Are these children not going to go on to download music and movies, and why should they have these, laptops? But now they can actually see why. And there are, innovations out there that can block any site that you don't want the children to go into. So that's not a problem at all. Allow schools to take the central place in maintaining school cohesion, social cohesion, while engaging in change, matching those already occurring in the wider community, and linking schools regularly to what is happening in the community. If we wish to achieve for our students, and by extension to our community, those things that we aspire in our policies. Now, just skipping through a lot of stuff I have here, but I believe at some point you will have this online. Just a number of things. You already know we need to make the change, and teachers are the change agents. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. And if any of you, the RCs, want to collaborate with us and use our facilities at any point in time, we are more than happy to let you do that, whether it's in the training of teachers or anybody else. I would like you to do that. And just a couple of skills or why we need children to move this way. Definitely, for the 21st century, our youngsters need to have certain skills, and I just want to touch base with those skills that we are trying to inculcate in these kids. One is basic scientific and technological literacy. They need to have that. And then visual and information literacy, cultural literacy and global awareness, and the adaptability, managing complexity, and self-direction. We need our youngsters for tomorrow to have curiosity and creativity and risk-taking skills, because without that, there is no tomorrow. They need to be creative thinkers. And they also need to have higher order thinking and sound reasoning. Now, just quickly, something that you may find interesting as to why we need these children to have the 21st century skills. We all watch commercials, and some of us, I know, have moved away from watching TV to the more YouTube advertisements and stuff. And the reasons as to why our children need the 21st century skills. I'm just going to give a couple of points. One, the old saying, Old Spice guy say so. Everybody's familiar with the ad for Old Spice. With 14 million kids and counting, a single video clip on the YouTube can influence the world, and often does. Because the way YouTube can influence youngsters or the world, nothing else can anymore. We no longer live in a nightly news world with two anchormen telling us the wages, or a quicker picker-upper commercial telling us what to buy. Instead, we watch YouTube, and we are convinced by what we see on YouTube. And phone booths. We had phone booths before. Now, they are just Smithsonian artifacts. The iPhones and the PDAs and Androids and smartphones, and basically anything that resembles a cell phone has more computing power and connectivity than the 1980s Mac and the DOS-based IBM PC ever had. Communication, collaboration, and community have completed their transition from a physical to a conceptual place and are here for good. And we need to accept that. Websites are dead. You may wonder why I'm saying that. By the end of last year, websites became blurred with blogs. Social networking campaigns assert billboards, and videos built for YouTube crowd made overall tone of the professional TV advertisements seem very strange indeed. We live in a transparent world where real products and services are the only survivors in a see-through economy, so we need to move that way. And clouds are not just puffy anymore. For those of you, I'm referring to the cloud, the internet-based service that once cost an arm and a leg, charged by IT teams to monitor a room full of boxes and wires. It is expanding. Schools and businesses can now do more with less, and they have to. And the next is the best. How many of you here are on Facebook? How many of you are on Facebook? Yeah, I thought so. You know why? With over 500 million users as of July 2011, that is 1 out of 13 people on this earth. Facebook, were it a country, it would actually be the 4th largest in the world. See, even here, almost all of you are on Facebook. And learning is for you. In an interesting way, Google has set the bar on how to learn. Nearly 8 million people benefit from Google Apps for education. And it is all done in the cloud. No servers, no messy software installations, nothing. So that is the reason. Those are enough and more reasons as to why our youngsters need to have the 21st century skills. So I think Mr. Murray here is warning me my time is up. I just want to conclude by saying that I do believe that we started this journey of 1,000,000 miles with baby steps in institutions such as ours, and it is my hope that relevant authorities would ensure that they bring about this much needed change into our midst. And certainly with change, children not only will inherit the responsibility of looking after this earth, they will also be the greatest supporters of environmental thinking, with the confidence to tackle any decision-making process and deal with difficult trade-offs. Thank you very much. I hope I didn't bore you.
Please, we are going to have a presentation next from Madame Zipporah Musyoki-Ebola.